between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get... Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Under fire. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to. Running situations, your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. right back to them.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Longhorns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive.
Makes the grab, past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That tells you a lot about the confidence of this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
To the air, it's Manning. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wants to adjust the pattern. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The Tigers need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Under fire. That's reeled in. It's Moore. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Manning. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The short hands, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Handoff to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. They're working that left side. The Longhorns will move the sticks with the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Gets it out quickly. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. The sneak scores it!
It's just so nice to have a signal ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Durham. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires left. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown LSU. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. To the air on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Turning on the Jets. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got his man on the right. Turning it on. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Smashes through the tackle. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And a scrum on the goal line. No signal yet from the officials, but it doesn't appear that he got in. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. And he falls on top of his own fumble. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's not all doinks are bad. Off the right, upright, and through. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Rams him with the stiff arm. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? To the air, it's Manning. He tries to take the top off. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. The Tigers will move the sticks.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going up top. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. The offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Oh, he's got some space. Strong, firm tackle.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. The throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled. He's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant.
He's taking the shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it In Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Bringing it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. He wants to change this route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Might be looking to run. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Great place to start for this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays...
There he goes! He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. With the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Pulls it in, it's Cooper. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Gets a one, just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Cooper. Knocked off his feet.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Throws for the tight end. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking to pass. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Durham. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. On the option. He'll toss it. Oh, the quick spin move. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anderson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they're going to head out about to line up for a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make in this.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The offense changing the play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The offense hasn't been able to get it done on 4th down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. They'll run play action. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Quarterback adapting. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
You gotta love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play, they hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're gonna be pinning their ears back.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. He won't get there, it'll bring up 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. That's caught, it's Cooper.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. 42 Spider. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for room, it's Durham. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. The official says no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. The Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Here's a heat. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll try the toss to the left. Finds a little space. Boom. There he goes. He's loose. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got
picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first. Gives it on the option. Wide open spaces. He's brought down
down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Lots of running room. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Let's see what they've got on second down. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. The 10! And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is,
tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have fun.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the... zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
Back to pass, it's Montgomery. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hemby. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Is incomplete. It's now third down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, LSU 30, Indiana.
So we open the final period with a third down play. Might be changing the route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for the big play. Hauls it in on the right. Lots of room to run. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party trick. A late touchdown.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Defense in press coverage. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Shoots it to the left. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn.
Going over the top. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense can...
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well, then I'd give back that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, LSU! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Floating away. Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack.
LSU 43, Indiana 7.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Montgomery. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. It's complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Not a lot of drama in this one.